canción que alumbra, una canción que acuda palpitando corazón. Una canción que alarde coraje al cobarde, en la puerta salvaje no hay prisión. Una canción que exige las plumas del buitre, la mirada del halcón. Se alastra el deseo apretando al pecho las musas de la canción. Keep on, keep on, keep on. Una canción que alumbra, emoción que acuda palpitando corazón. Una canción que alarde coraje al cobarde, la puerta salvaje no hay prisión. Se deshizo el miedo, se encantó al encaje, en 7 dimensiones bailó el león. Se hostigó el castigo, alas al destino, una canción camino, singularidad, amor, sintonía, mera realidad, la fuente de alegría. Singularidad, amor, sintonía, mera realidad, la fuente de alegría. Una canción que alumbra, emoción que acuda palpitando corazón. Una canción que alarde al cobarde, la puerta salvaje no hay prisión. Una canción que exige las plumas del buitre, la mirada del halcón. Se alastra el deseo entregándose al pecho las musas de la canción. Singularidad, amor, sintonía, mera realidad, la fuente de alegría. Singularidad, amor, sintonía, mera realidad, la fuente de alegría. ¿Qué será essa fonte de alegria que joga, chora, separa tudo que vencer a vida?
Oh, minha gente querida, como vão vocês? How are you guys doing? Fred here, Frederico7. I'm glad once again to share a little bit of music, a little bit of community with you. From Austin, Texas, aqui estamos in the heart of Texas, in el corazón de Texas, where there's a lot of music. And I am a singer-songwriter and producer doing Brazilian music and other types of music here in Austin. And I love to share the art, the songs, the passion of my colleagues. There's so much talent in this city. We have masters from Indian music, from Colombian music, from Brazilian music, from American music, all types of music you can find here in this small town. So it's a pleasure to be here on Austin Music Television. Aqui sí, gracias, gracias. If you are watching us on Austin Music TV right now, big hug to you, una fuerte abrazo. And if you are a musician in Austin, Texas, you just arrived, you should follow Austin, Texas musicians online. You should follow them on the social media to know updates and best guiding practices for musicians so that we know our worth, sabemos lo que como músicos en esa ciudad, lo que tenemos de valor, so we can organize as musicians. So Austin, Texas Musicians is a place for you to get news and to know a little bit how to plug yourself into the community. Forte abraço. And for everybody on social media, oh, tudo bem, queridos? Oh, it's so great to have you. Abraço. There's some folks in Brazil, in Mexico, por toda Latinoamérica. Quizás hasta en Cuba hoy, maybe. We'll have some amigos cubanos joining us because in a few minutes we will be interviewing a new artist in Austin, Texas, Mario Salomon. He's a Cuban artist, cantante, autor, una música muy hermosa, beautiful Cuban music being featured. So we're going to have a conversation with him. And if you are on social media, if you do the YouTube thing or here on Facebook, you can follow this channel, and any comments or any questions that you may want to ask, si tienen preguntas y comentarios para Mario o para mí, you can let us know, and you can follow us on YouTube, certainly. Un forte abraço, once again, everybody joining us today para nuestra entrevista. Así que antes, vamos a seguir tocando música. Let's keep playing some local music. Vamos a escuchar la música. We're going to hang out with our friends from Superfónicos. Yes, Superfónicos, Afrocolombia, música afrocolombiana con nosotros. Hace un par de semanas estuve aquí con mi amigo Jorge, mi amigo Nico de Superfónicos, y en un par de semanas estaré aquí con Jaime Ospina también de Superfónicos, una gran banda, y esta canción se llama Suelta, suelta la energía, suelta en español, en English, let it go, deja ir, suelta, feel it good. Vamos a sentir a Austin con ustedes, los Superfónicos, suelta, dale, dale. Eso. Queridos amigos, we are having a little bit of internet connectivity. La internet está un poquito cansadita, so give us a moment here so we can get our signal sorted out. Estás viendo Austin Music TV at 7 with Frederico 7, a 7 con Frederico 7, where we are listening now to Superfónicos, Suelta.
Suelta, deja ir, suelta. Ay, si bien fresco tú quieres estar, ponte en talla, libra la batalla, ponte en buena onda, quiebrate en la raya, pero que la verdad, que basta ya, lo que no vale pasará, lo bueno quedará, porque soltando vamos ya, óyelo mamá, suelta, que todo ya. Suelta, la competencia suelta, suelta, las apariencias suelta, suelta, toda esa vaina suelta, suelta, suéltalo todo ya. Suelta, la competencia suelta, suelta, las apariencias suelta, suelta, toda esa vaina suelta, suéltalo todo ya. En este momento va a coger cultura, respetando la natura, óyelo, y volviendo a la cordura, sí señor, respetando la natura, repítelo, y volviendo a la cordura, sí señor, mira, hay que soltar, para agarrar hay que soltar, no aferrarse a nada, ya tú ves, así es, para que entienda usted, tú tienes lo que necesita para siempre estar en 10, párate y anda, relájate, goza esta cumbia, entrégate, déjate y suéltate, suelta, la competencia suelta, suelta, las apariencias suelta, suelta, toda esta vaina suelta, suelta, suéltalo todo ya, suelta, el racismo suelta, suelta, la xenofobia suelta, suelta, la homofobia suelta, suelta, suéltalo todo ya.
Suéltalo siempre con superfónicos. What a pleasure to always share some música aquí de Austin. Un abrazo a todos. I do notice we are live. Estou ao vivo aqui, live from my music garage, meu estúdio, The Lion's Lair, La Toca do Leão, aqui em Austin, Texas. Um abraço a todos de Austin TV que estão vendo, a vocês no Brasil, na América Latina, qualquer lugar do mundo que vocês estejam, anywhere in the world that you may be watching our show, where we highlight and promote music, international music, de nossos amigos que estão aqui em Austin, of international musicians and international music here in Austin, Texas. We are live and internet is a little bit slow for me, so desculpas, apologies. Se estão tendo algum probleminha de áudio, I'm trying my best to regulate my technology here so that audio and video are working okay for you guys. But essa es la belleza de estar en vivo. That's the beauty of being alive and live. En unos momentos, in just a few seconds, I'm going to bring to the studio Mario Salomon, un músico, autor. He is a writer, a musical artist that is going to tell his story today. Beautiful música con sazón cubano, with that Cuban flavor that it's just some of the best music in the world. The quality and class of Cuban music is truly tremendous, from Silvio Rodriguez all the way to Los Muñequitos de Matanza, from Celia Cruz all the way to Cachao. Cuban music is some of the best music on earth, so it always gives me great happiness and joy. Siempre me da mucha alegría de traer aquí al estudio un gran artista cubano who is new to Austin. So we are going to introduce him to Austin, Texas, here in Austin Music Television. Welcome to Mario Salomon. Hola, Mario.
Hola.
¿Qué tal? It's great to have you here. It's really good to have you here in our city. We're gonna hear your music later, and it brings a lot of joy. So, how are you doing today? Talk to us a little. What's the energy that you're feeling today?
I'm doing good. First of all, I want to say thank you. I want to thank you, Federico, for so much for having me here in your program, and I want to thank everybody who is watching this program. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be in Austin. People are so nice. The weather being so nice.
Absolutely.
Until now, they said it would get hot, but we'll be okay. We'll be okay. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to meet
Yeah.
people and make music for the Austin area.
Oh, that is great. I can feel the excitement. And just like you, earlier today, it is the month of May. That's the month in Mayo when people here in Texas they start to feel el verano. They start to feel a little bit, but we've had very beautiful weather. So being outside, estar afuera, respirando al aire, it's a good thing to do. I tried to do that today. Mario, how long have you been in Austin? When did you move here?
Yeah, let me try. Let me try this because having some problems. Yes.
Perfecto.
Let's see. Sorry.
No, it's great. We are live aquí con Mario Salomone. Por estar
Oh,
en vivo, we are
yes. Now it's
going with
better.
the flow.
Yeah. Gracias, gracias. Thank you.
Mario, cuéntanos, ¿cuándo llegaste a Austin? When did you arrive here?
I got here like just like a month and a half. Just I've been here for a very short period of time. But so far, really, let me tell you, I like it. I like it. My family like it. My kids, we go out, beautiful parks. My girlfriend
Absolutely.
too. We having a good time here. We coming from the Bay Area, but which we love the Bay Area. We love Oakland. There is a lot of music, as you know. There's a lot of music, cultures, food, but same here.
Un
So we,
saludo. Hello to everybody in the Bay Area.
yeah, un saludo a la gente del Bay Area, a la gente, mi familia, yeah, so son mi familia. They are my family, the Bay Area. So much love they show me there. And still after we move, everybody's still like writing me, writing her, and it's a great feeling. I also write back or before people even, because they are my family. So we talk, we keep in touch, and that's what friends do. What family do. We keep in touch.
Yes, and you guys moved here to Austin in the middle of this crazy world, en este mundo de pandemia que vivimos, transition and starting a new chapter, un nuevo capítulo en su vida. We definitely, I want to know later. Después, I'm gonna ask you, what are your plans and what do you want to do here in Austin. But I want to start your story. I want to get to know you. Quiero conocer a tu historia. Así que la primera pregunta, the first question I'll make you, Mario. ¿Cómo te enamoraste de la música? How did you fall in love with music that you knew that you were going to put a lot of work into music? Foi momento? Foi processo? Was it was it a moment that you remember that you knew you were going to pursue this?
Yeah,
Or foi gradual, maybe?
I mean, it's beautiful, no? For me, it's beautiful. I love that question because when I was a kid, we used to go to school, like here we call elementary. In the morning, we do this matutino. It's called matutino. Where all kids gather and you do some poems or music, stuff like that. So always on those, I used to play whatever the percussion was, congas, and But by the way, we didn't know as a kid. You just keep the rhythm. You just keep, So I always love to play music. That was something that I always wanted to do. But what happened is when I want to go to the music school, when they sent me back, what I could study, they sent trumpet. And I didn't like trumpet. So I didn't go to the music school. I just keep playing in my house. And what happened was, so I went to the sports school. I play in a professional school, volleyball, all my young life. Yeah, volleyball. That's what I did.
We have something in common. I didn't play. I play in a professional high school for not volleyball, but balonmano.
Balonmano.
Yeah, so
handball.
I understand that time in your life because I was very dedicated to a sport that is a team sport. No.
Yes, team sport. Yeah, like volleyball. So I went to like we make a test to go to the volleyball school, and then it happened the same. This is funny. They sent that okay, you can come, but if you do hockey, and I said I don't like hockey. I'm not going to the school. And then like 1 week later, they said, oh yeah, you're good for volleyball. You're tall enough, and so I went because I like volleyball. And then in my last year, I was always like playing in my house. We used to have we used to raise chickens, hen. So they have a house, and I used to play on top of the house with stick, on the house of the hens. And what happened at the end?
Chicken coop jam.
Chicken drumming. So what happened is that one amazing musician. He plays violin, but at that time he was the director of La Maravilla de Florida, which is one of the most important band in Cuba, like como La Aragón, and people who know about like history of Cuban music. La Maravilla is there. He moved next to my house, Maravillas de Florida. He moved next. And I was just playing on top of my mom makeup things, and I thought that was a drum, and so I was playing on top of it. But I felt like an energy behind me, and I was playing. But when I look back, it was him. So I was like nervous. He's the director of La Maravilla. El profesor, director de La Maravilla. I was like, whoa. I said, keep playing. Toca.
Keep chicken playing.
Sí, toca. So I keep playing, and then he asked me, hey, can you do this? And I did it. And then he told me, can you do this? So he did different claves. And I did it. And he told me, you are a musician. And I was like, wow, I was so happy because I want to be a musician, but I didn't go to school. But this man, he told me, you are a musician. That was like, wow. So from there, he started teaching my friend, who actually he lived in Houston. This friend that I'm telling you about, and he told me, "Oh, Fernando is teaching me. He gave me this." So he gave me his notebook. I learned everything like in 30 minutes. Music, yeah, because I want it. And I told, hey, Uniki, I know this. And he said, what? I said, yes, I know. And he said, okay, let's go and see Fernando. So I went and he asked me, ¿qué es música? And I told him what música. ¿Qué es solfeo? And I told him what it was. And he said, oh, okay, come tomorrow. And that was the man who started like teaching me all that. And my friend, he didn't keep going, but I always want to be a musician. So that was, like from very little, I used to cut my sticks from trees, just trees and cut and play, they broke. And, it was like, that was how I start playing music.
Es una historia hermosa. What a beautiful story para a los amigos que hablan español, ¿no? Y ojalá hayan entendido, pero la importancia de un mentor, la importancia es interesante, ¿no? The importance of that mentor, of that someone that validate you, que te dé una validación. It cannot be scored how important for artists, para los artistas, lo importante que es recibir una valoración o sí, un reconocimiento. Oye, sí, tú eres músico. Que fue de un mentor. It is a beautiful moment, and makes me think of all the music teachers, todos los educadores de música, los directores, los maestros. Un abrazo a todos que trabajan con música y los niños, porque yes, it's beautiful how it's part of your story now. Ahora es parte de tu historia, ¿no?
Sí.
Aquel día, aquel momento es inolvidable.
Hey, cambió todo. It changed. It gave me the confidence, ¿no? Me dio la confianza de que una persona de ese nivel, un maestro, me dijera, tú eres músico. Even I wasn't, pero, ¿sabes? Es importante para cualquier persona, anybody who wants to like follow something, if somebody give you at least the confidence. So the last thing you can do is at least try it. So yo dije, bueno, él me dijo que soy músico, pues, y me gusta mucho, o sea, es mi vida, la música es mi oxígeno.
Yeah, that is amazing. And maybe you were not, but you are now. Ahora sí. Y Mario, después de eso, so after that, ¿a qué edad tenías más o menos? How old were you?
At that time, I was like 13 years, so I was in like high school, but playing volleyball still.
Sí.
Yes, I didn't finish my studies. So I was playing volleyball. I was going to school, but I was playing, and then we at the school we used to play in the maletas. Se llaman maletas. It's like cases, but for people who don't know, I'll explain. It's cases, pero son de madera. It's like wood cases. That's what we used to bring to the school in Cuba. It's like a big wood. Y ahí nosotros hacíamos rumba. And we used to play rumba on those. Sometimes we got granted because we used to play late at night in the school, so it was so loud. And then the teachers, they came and grounded us on the team volleyball. Go down. And now you have to stay like this. No more music, because all the school was sleeping and we were playing. Bing, bang, 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 rumba. Yeah. And, and all my friends, we had the rhythm. I mean, as a Cuban, it's kind of simple to learn the rumba rhythms, because it's there, you know, when you're born, you families playing music, you go to, you know, every party was music. So rhythm is something that is inside us, like same like Brazil, you know, it's like you play ching,
Exato, a samba.
ching, ching, yeah.
Exato. I just thought, quizás já existe, maybe already exists a t-shirt that says clave is a way of life, no?
Sí, sí, sí.
Porque, como tú dices, algo muy natural. There was un documental de Ry Cooder, hizo un documental al respecto, un músico, an American musician that in the 90s he produced the Buena Vista Social Club.
Sí.
Sí, y hay una película, in the movie, his son is a drummer, Ry Cooder's son is a drummer.
Sí.
And they arrive in Cuba, and then he says, wow, in Cuba, what I noticed as an American person, he said, is that everybody in this island is a percussionist already. It's just some people have the touch. So like, todos ya son percusionistas, todos. Algunos tienen el toque. Y si tienen el toquecito, entonces, tú tienes el toque de la conga, tú tienes el toquecito
Sí.
de los timbales. Pero esa idea, this idea, ¿no? Another thing that you made me think right now, otra cosa que tú me hiciste pensar, as un artista, a great Brazilian artist, Gilberto Gil. He was here in Austin at the university, and he was talking about samba for a moment. And he was saying there is so many types of samba, but hay algo en la samba. There is something about samba that is about the sway, el balance del océano, the sway of the ocean entre África y Brasil. Que los negros, that the black slaves, they survived to get to Brazil. They survived to get to Cuba.
The whole journey. The whole
and
journey.
that journey, que el océano, el Atlántico, hacía como un movimiento, y ese movimiento, esa es una interpretación poética, is a poetical interpretation of the samba. Those that made it to Brazil, they all had, they didn't know each other in that boat. They were all esclavos, no se conocían, but now, pero ahora tenían algo en común, un dolor en común. Y este dolor en común eventualmente se hizo en la samba en Brasil, ¿no? So it's a beautiful thing to think about what you said, la esencia natural, the natural essence de la clave, la esencia natural de la rumba, del son, de la salsa, when you walk around Cuba, which is a similar thing that when you walk in certain part of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, or Bahia, Brazil, you're gonna feel that you're gonna feel el ritmo de la vida, no, the rhythm of life.
Yeah.
So you grew up with that rhythm of your life in your teenage years, y ya como un poquito más viejo, did you start playing in bands? ¿Empezaste a tocar en bandas en Cuba o eso ocurrió después? How did you start to like get out to play for other people?
Yeah. The first band that I played, by the way, also was that, I mean, those are things that you never forget. Right? You can't forget. We can't forget. It was with La Maravilla de Florida. Also,
Maravilla de Florida.
He was the director at that point.
Wow.
So he told me, listen to this song, listen to this, and he tested me at his house in a practice, just in a pillow or something before the show. And then he told me, hey, tranquilo, don't, just ahí el ritmo that I was 15. So I started with him when I was 13, almost 14. And I just turned 15. I mean, it was like a year, process of that.
Sí.
And
Adolescente, you're a teenager.
And the timbalero, Alexis is his name, Alexis. He called me. I was like, oh, I was scared, es La Maravilla de Florida. I never played in a band, and is a band sounded live with all the speakers very strong. I never, and I so when I play, I keep myself and I play, and I didn't see much because when first you play, you are like focused here. You know, I'm doing it right, I'm doing it wrong, and sometimes even you don't listen. But thankfully, I listen, and sometimes I look up and I saw some of the musicians like this, just like a few seconds.
It's a good sign.
Yeah, and that was, yeah. And then that was enough for me, and I keep here, you know. And I took a look at him. He was playing the violin, and he said, "Oh," so I just keep it there. And then at the end of that first time that I played, they said, "Oh, yeah, you play. It was good. It was good. You keep the rhythm." Is and yeah, it was. There was dancing, like people. They moved me from the timbales or so. After that, when I finished my high school, I went to a school that is for workers. So workers can learn music. So people over 18. But I was there just for like 6 months because I went to an audition with a band that a friend of mine, a couple of friends of mine that they were already studying music, they try out and they didn't make it. But this friend of mine told me, "Hey, I'm going to try. If I don't make it, then you go." And I said, okay. But I was excited because I said, "Oh, like play now. I want to play. So my friend, he didn't make it. And he told me, "Okay, Mario, I didn't go. This is the address. They are, making an audition." So I went and I play. I listened to a couple of songs that they sent, and I play. Cambra is his last name. He played guitar. He was a director, and it was in his house. And he told me, yes, you. I was so happy that day. I'm going to play with the band, So I played with that band in a cabaret, which teach me a lot. That first band, teach me a lot. Batería. On that one, I play batería, but no batería. Batería. It was a cabaret because they play the music of Fórmula Quintas, Beatles, because it was a show in a hotel. Merengues,
Beatles,
yeah, it was a show. So the dancers came, and so I love that experience because I learned a lot. I had to learn different type of music, style of music.
And as a drummer, como tocando batería, estás guiando is very important for the band.
Yes. I learned that later, like the pretty much drummers, like if you see the different bands, they lead. And in Cuban music, they pretty much also, or in Cuban, they lead because they are the one who probably count for the band to come in, or made the breaks to go into the mambo or moña. Those changes, they do that. So yes, it is. They pretty much. And then after that, it was a big surprise. I was coming from one of the show, and I meet the singer that used to sing before there, and she asked me, "Do you want to go to Egypt?" And I was like, "You playing with me?" No, I'm serious. I sent you, because we are going to Egypt, and I've been looking for you to come with us. And I didn't believe it because from Cuba, there is not too many bands that go to Egypt. You tell me Italia, Mexico, all of it, but she was serious. So we ended up in Egypt. I was young. I was very young, but it was a nice tour. I learned a lot of their culture, language, food. And then when I came back to Cuba, I started with a band que se llama H2E9, música cubana, H2E9, in my hometown. I started with them, young friends of mine, but the music that Dan Barbosa He was a musical director at that time. He lives in Peru now. It was good music. He made a version of a song that we used to play back there. I'm talking 2013, and it sounds so fresh. It sounds like a music from today, like a Cuban music. Yeah.
Wow, it's always beautiful to think the trajectory, la trayectoria, and everything that has gotten us to this point, hasta este punto. Y entonces, so you were playing el ritmo, estás tocando con bandas y fuiste a Egipto, and when did you make the transition? ¿Cuándo hiciste la transición to do writing para componer? Because later today, in a few minutes, we're gonna hear your music. Y estás cantando. You're a beautiful singer. You have a great voice, and the
Thank
song
you.
is a great composition. No, claro que sí. ¿Cuándo hiciste ese sí, al otro lado del cerebro, no? Because I am a songwriter as well, so I know that it's a process. ¿Cuándo fue que empezaste a escribir y poner letra y cantar y melodía, todo eso?
Yeah. Also, I love this question, because it's things that many friends they don't know, but so with that same band, Achere, when I came back from Egypt, in Egypt, this is funny. In Egypt, I was writing, which I have here, like very long songs, like rap, hip hop, like hip hop. I have those, and I have those. I have it in a notebook. It's very old. It's like yellow, but I have her to see. It's your work, it's your time, it's your brain. But when I came back with that band, Achere, it was nice. The music that they were making, and people start really liking that music of Achere. And then I wrote a song, not just that song. All the songs that I wrote and that I'm writing, they are real histories. They are histories. They are something that happened to me, to a friend of mine, to my family member, or to the whole world. But it's real. What I write is real. If you listen to it, it's real. It's something that happened. So this song se llama Apártate que te arroyo. The first song that I wrote that was actually played. So I wrote this song because we just started the band. And just a little bit of the song say, yo que soy tranquilo, no me meto con nadie, pero que quiera hacerte daño, siempre hay alguien. So like, I'm just soy tranquilo. And I don't mess with anybody. But who want to harm you, there is always somebody and the band was doing good. So it was a history of about that band because it was doing good. And many people but a lot of people love it. I was riding my bike and Achere, and it was like, whoa. Achere, people call us Achere. Yeah, it was crazy. It was beautiful. It was a great feeling. So I wrote the lyrics and I give it to him, to Damar, and Damar told me, "Oh, okay, yes, we can do." And he made the arrangement. So I never has my letras in the music, but when I listen, I was like, "Wow, I can write songs now." But it's because of the beauty of the music behind your lyrics, also, no. So it was him. He made me believe that I can write songs. So I wrote a song.
See,
and
someone made you believe you were a musician, and then someone made you believe you were
a songwriter. A songwriter. No,
Los Ángeles, ángeles
Sí.
musicales.
Yes. There is our way. It's going to be showing you what you can do, but sometimes I think you have to do it because, for example, what happened after that song, I some of the songs actually that I have, probably like Nadie Sabe Nada, those songs came from those rap scenes that I wrote that are very long. It's like a rap song, but like rapping is hip hop is a very long thing. So I made it to the Cuban song, and what happened, for example, that sometimes you have to find what you need to do when you have to try it. So I keep writing songs, and then when I moved to the States, in Miami, I didn't do much music, but in the Bay Area, where I put my band, there was a special day. There was this special day that I will never forget in my life. It's October 5th, 2019. It's a very special day. Yes, because what happened, the first thing that happened is that I played with Chucho Valdés that day in the morning. Maestro. Con el maestro Chucho Valdés, I played with him in San Francisco. Is somebody that I never thought that I would meet him.
De los maestros de toda la música, de todos los estilos.
Yes. So I met him the year before on his gala. It was his gala of San Francisco SF Jazz, and I met him because they invited me to what the room that he was. But then the next year, like playing with him, that was another thing. And then that he remembered my son because he told me, "Oh, Mayito is so big now." It was like was shocking for me, like.
El maestro Chucho Valdés is talking about my family.
My family. He remembered he told Mayito. He said, "Mayito is so big. Mayito, qué grande está." But what happened also that night, Mayito, he was very later when first I met him, and he started crying. And Daimea Rosena, a lot of Cuban huge big stars that I never saw that I meet. They were not just Chucho. They were more. Hernán López Nusa, Pedrito Martinez, they were there and they started singing Barquito de Papel, a song that I didn't listen for so many years. They started singing that to him and he stopped crying. That is, I will it's some things, you never forget the moment and the picture with him, with Mayito, and they sing Barquito de Papel. I was like, wow. Oh. Anyway, I play on the 5th with Chucho Valdés, and then Marisu Timbeco, my band, there we have 3 gigs the same day. That same day. So from there I went to three concerts. So from there from Chucho Valdés, I went to a festival. But on that festival, what happened is either of the 3 singers were available that I used to use.
So it felt really, se sintió lleno, ¿no? O sea,
so, yeah, no cantante, zero singers.
Oh, they didn't.
They couldn't.
Oh, perdón.
No, they couldn't. They couldn't do it. The 3 singers, 2 of them were playing in the same festival with another band, and one was taking his son to a baseball game. But they wrote me, "Hey, we won your band." I said, "I don't have singers." "We won your band in this festival." I was, okay. Well, everyone said, okay. Okay, I can do this. So I sing some of my songs because I wrote them, but I never sing them. I sing to the singers how I want them to sing, but I didn't sing it, Oh, this is the way I want the song. So I did it while playing the timbales, which I never did, 2 things at the very same time. So from that moment, my mind changed, and I said, "Oh, it was a lesson." I said, "I cannot let this happen again. I had to prepare myself. I had to learn my songs. I had to sing my song." Because one thing that I noticed is when that concert was happening, the people were happy and the energy was beautiful. And I told people, I'm sorry, I'm not a singer. And people started screaming at me, you are a liar, you are a singer, you are a liar. And no, I'm not. I'm not. This is the first time I'm doing this. So people made me believe that I can sing. It's always, it was, yeah, I swear you, like people, yes, people, you are a singer, you're lying, you're a singer. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not a singer. So I said, I'm going to practice my songs while playing timbales, and I'm going to try it. And then the next rehearsal with my band, when I got to the rehearsal, I told the musicians, hey, I'm going to sing my song. You don't want to see the look on their faces. They were like, you crazy. I said, yeah, they look at me like, no, Mario, no, you're kidding.
La percepción is the perspective that they had of you. They had the perspective of you as a
Yeah.
leader, the leader in la música, within the notes and the instrumentation, but they didn't see you as un líder lírico, no? So now you were opening their mind, like, okay,
yeah. And on that rehearsal, I told them, hey, at least let me try. At least let me try, please. You know, if it doesn't work, we will. But let me see, because you have to be realistic about yourself, about yourself, about your band, about your things, and you have to get ready for the next step, for the next thing. And I said, maybe these musicians, they are good, the singers, they are good, and they were busy before the pandemic. They are busy, so sometimes I had to use one, sometimes another one, and you have to be like changing. Even I have this amazing singer from France, Christelle Durandi, but she's busy. She's amazing, and she was busy that day. She did the second gig. She was able to do the second, but not the third. So the second I had to send, like, because in the second I said, I cannot do. They contact me. We want your band, and I said, I can't, because I have this festival, and then I had to play in another that I have. I don't have time. And they said, well, we want something like your band. I said, well, I have musicians that back, so I can send you the very same thing, the musicians that play with me, and they're going to play my music, the music. If you say yes, yeah, that's what we want. So I play that, and then some of the musicians that play with me run to the other key, and I run to the other with all the musicians. So it was amazing. And that day it changed, and I said, I'm going to try. So I tried singing, and one of the things that keep me like not singing is because I didn't like my voice. Even, maybe you have rhythm and you write songs, but I didn't like my voice at all. Even I have this cousin, he passed away, and we talked before he passed away. We talked on the phone, and he told me, "Oh, I love your voice. Your voice is like like the radio. People who make the radio, como los comentaristas de radio." Sí, él me dijo eso. He told me that.
Que tiene una frecuencia, o sea, básicamente que hay una frecuencia muy especial de tu voz, ¿no? O sea,
él me dijo eso. O sea, después es que yo recuerdo, ¿no? Después, when I start singing, because when I went and I record the songs and I put it out on just not even on Spotify, or just put some short videos, or not even the video that you will play, not the official video, some short videos of singing. I got those feedback for everybody, like, oh, you have a beautiful voice. You have a beautiful voice. It wasn't nothing like, oh, I didn't know you sing. Oh, my cousin is singing. It was like Simon. I didn't know you do that. Like, I was like, oh, okay. Even Pedrito Martinez, Jenny Valdez, the singer from ex-singer from Los Bambam, the most important. Yeah, she lives in the Bay Area. And she come and she said, oh, and I was like, oh, these people, they know. Because
Sí, de los Van Van te dijeron que sí cantas, sí cantas. Mario, por favor, don't argue.
No.
No argumentes con los Van Van.
Gracias. No, but but I still like I said, to my friends, I don't consider myself a singer because singer, Oscar de León, Mayito Rivera, and many others, amazing, not just them. Yeah, I consider them singers, and singers from all over the world, different, that they are singers, they know, they educate their voice, and I just put what I write and try to put some energy and see what happened. But so far I'm really happy, and I'm going to keep trying. I try it, and I'm going to keep trying.
Well, what I heard, lo que yo escuché es hermoso. Y Mario, tenemos solamente unos minutitos porque yo quiero tocar tu música para
Gracias.
Que la gente de Austin Music Television que puedan escuchar tu voz y que puedes escuchar también tus composiciones. Pero te quiero decir también, Mario, que esto es solamente una plática. Me encantaría tenerte aquí de regreso un par de meses para que demos el seguimiento so that we can follow up this conversation. This is a very good conversation, so I will invite you to be back.
Thank you.
Here. Exactamente. Before we hear your music, I have one last question for you today antes de escuchar hermosa canción que se llama Nadie Sabe Nada, and I'm going to put here as well como el link para que la gente escuche. Pero
Gracias.
¿cuál es tu plan ahora que estás aquí? Now that you're here in Austin City, what are your hopes and dreams for your music en el próximo año? ¿Cuál es la esperanza y tus planes en tu música aquí en Austin?
Bueno, my plans here are to work in a music. Yes, in the music. Me gustaría trabajar en la música. So if anybody, musicians, band leaders, because I play drums, I play percussion too, and my friend Federico, he might leave some links on my social media, so you can contact me if you see this video. You can please share, because I would like to play. The music is my life, is my oxygen. When the pandemic started, I stopped playing like for it was like 9 months, and there was a moment that I was starting feeling bad. So my girlfriend, she asked me if I was doing right. She asked me, and I told her I need to play. I was really, I was busy with the kids, with my 2 kids. Well, they are behind me. My life, lo más grande. Yeah, which is one of the new singles that is coming out. So that's something also I want to make a pause and share with the Austin beautiful people who support musicians. You can follow Mario Sutimbeco on all the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, but also on Spotify, Apple Music, all the digital platforms. There is a single, and there is a new single coming on the 21st, Friday 21st, that is called Llegó lo que tú esperabas. Mario y Sutimbeco. Yeah, it's coming. A new single is coming. and I want to make a video. I'm going to make a video. I'm trying to figure it out to make a video. Part is going to be there in the Bay Area, because it talk about the band, but also there's going to be a part here because I live here, so I had to say something to my people of that video. So yeah, 21st, llegó lo que tú esperabas, all digital platforms, and then there is another that is coming out, but you can check. Yeah, nadie sabe nada. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Federico.
Oh, sí, no, claro que sí, no, para eso estamos, that's why we are here. Y querido Mario, un gran gusto conocerte, gracias, thank you for being here, your energy, and just for us to know the stories of músicos. There are so many more stories that you have, I know, por eso que te quiero, that's why I want you back here. So in the fall, I will have you back so that I can hear more stories. I want to hear more about your time in the Bay Area. I want to hear about your experience as an immigrant and doing the music and how it has changed your music. Así que seguiremos esa plática. And en lo personal también, between you and I, you know, as you're here in Austin, I can introduce you to some músicos. If you need certain musicians, you can always reach out to me.
Definitely.
Para que te conecte, yo te pueda conectar con otros músicos aquí en Austin. Si
gracias. Eso. Por favor, sí, lo necesito trabajar.
Yeah, y yo, I need to take my wife a bailar. Yo necesito sacar a mi esposa a bailar para entonces para estar escuchando tu música.
Por favor, sí, eso quiero. Estoy repensando mi proyecto, mi música, pero sí quiero poner la música aquí. I want to play my music here, so please, I see some comments. Definitely some beautiful people that support local musicians. So please stay tuned, because I'm rethinking, and I want to put my project of my music maybe in a different way, but I want to play my music here for you live.
Qué maravilla. Sí, es algo que sí vamos a querer hacerlo seguramente. Escucharte en vivo aquí en Austin, to hear you. We're going to make it happen. Mayito, gracias por tu energía. Gracias por estar aquí en el estudio. Hasta la próxima, mi querido. See you next time. But we will be in connection, en contacto.
Sí.
Y a todos los amigos de Austin Music TV or YouTube and Facebook, if you are watching this right now, mucha gente lo va a ver hasta después. Un fuerte abrazo. Nos despedimos escuchando la música de Mario Izutimbeco, Nadie Sabe Nada, featuring Yordis Larrazábal. Perfecto, un gran abrazo, querido.
Sí. Gracias.
Chao.
Tratar sí con esta canción, que todo el mundo entienda el porqué de su decisión. Ella nació linda, pero pobrecita, el tiempo pasaba, más linda se puso, pero pobre seguía. No le importaba, no, esa situación, y para colmo no era muy buena en la educación. hacer.
Y ahora te voy a contar la historia del personaje que habla y habla.
Se coge para eso. Andaba caminando con su corazón lleno de esperanzas. Ella seguía firme, ella seguía en la batalla.
Y ahora te voy a contar la historia del personaje que habla y habla.
¡Escucha!
Se coge para eso.
Ahora voy a contar la historia de un personaje que te vela cuando sales y también cuando te vas.
Y ahora te voy a contar la historia del personaje que habla y habla.
Se coge para eso.
Se coge para eso.
Se coge para eso.
Se coge para eso. Se coge para eso.
Estás perdiendo el tiempo, sufriendo de lo que goza. Concéntrate en lo tuyo. Ay, ponte pa' la cosa. Deja a esa niña que viva y que lo haga con quien quiera. Cada cual vive su vida y cada como pueda.
Se coge para eso.
Seguro que sí,
Se coge.
y yo lo conozco muy bien. Maíno, dímelo, Yeti. Esto es el timbaco de maíz.
Se coge para eso.
Como digo yo,
Se coge para eso.
música.
Se coge para eso. Se coge. Se coge. Se coge para eso.
Nadie sabe nada, pero como hablan.
Abraço a todos. Beijo na alma, kiss in your soul. It's been a great pleasure to be featuring some Cuban music and some international music in Austin, Texas, Austin Music TV. Nos vemos na próxima vez. Abraço, tchau.